matchups like this every week. But when we do, all eyes are focused. A top 10 matchup, playoff expectations becoming a storyline, and the stakes are soaring in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on last year's national champions, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try the run, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's take a moment here and talk a little Virginia Tech. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him try to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
Looking for a man. It's Warner. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up 3rd down so they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in 3rd and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first 3rd down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Caught over the middle, it's Montgomery. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Syracuse right back at it. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finding open areas. He has the first and still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The ball back and ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fights off the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the gift to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Syracuse looking for the 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Syracuse right back at it.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Running to Green. Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Syracuse. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Looking left. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Finds the tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. DB's right up on the receivers. On the move, it's Overton.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to beat him to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job of waiting, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Warner. Fakes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call. Nine-yard loss.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl for the defense. They did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
But this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Throwing right. Finds his man open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
And the field goal unit is on the field. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 14 to Missouri. This could easily be a preview of the playoff, and we promise to keep you posted throughout. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air, it's Dyer. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. Working the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special.
There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Touchdown, Orange! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Using his legs, it's Overton. Knocked down for the tackle. The Hokies can really attack on this second and short. He'll try it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and short. Looking to pass. It's Warner. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Now the play fake. Now rolling to the left. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point of going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Gray. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Syracuse right back at it. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
They'll run it. Creates a little space. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. He was looking for some running room, but not. To be found as he stopped at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Second down coming up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. He's going to run it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Power football with the run. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This Hokie offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wiggins. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see him there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Scanning the field, it's Washington. Extending the play. On the run, deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. And the route is on.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, it doesn't get much bigger than a couple of top 5 teams going toe-to-toe. Here's the latest on this gigantic showdown. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers.
Music now! Music now!
Back to pass, it's Warner. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Wants to throw on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
Here we go.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Warner. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's going to let it go. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
Virginia's end, 10.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Virginia's end.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Toss to the outside. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Warner. Fires to the big fella. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Hokies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's going to take off. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The toss to the outside. Sweet cut there. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. On the option. The pitch.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running into the open space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Rolling right and going deep. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. It's Montgomery. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Syracuse looking for the fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bring in the heat. Past the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Orange. And the pummeling has started.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Warner. Here comes the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Oh, better look out. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late.
Ball out of bounds at the 48. And first down for the offense.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up first and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats.
22,
Quick pass on the jet motion. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.